Sorry?
What are you doing?
With my camera?
Yeah.
Curling.
You're what?
Curling.
Curling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else does one person do with cameras?
What are you doing a video for?
It's just
Why
an
are you taking a
independent
video of
story.
me?
Who are you?
Worker.
All right. Go back to
Myself.
work then.
Yeah, but that's illegal, right?
What's illegal?
I didn't give you consent to take a video of me.
Bet you can't cite me the law that says I can't.
What are you doing? You're just hearing people off? Like, I don't care about that, but you're zooming in on me and stuff. Like,
no worries, man. Nothing you got to be worried about. It's probably better off you don't know anyway.
that's interesting.
Hello there.
Hello there, sir.
Tell us what you're possibly doing here.
I'm just doing an independent story, is all.
You're doing an independent story?
I'm an independent journalist doing a story.
Did you have some identification?
If I committed a crime, sir?
I'm just
Can
asking.
you take
if you
off
have
your
some-
mask while we're talking
No,
to
I'd
you?
rather not, if that's
You'd
okay.
rather not? Okay,
Yes.
well, you cannot take pictures of the government building like that.
Where does it say that?
I'm telling you.
So-
if you're a journalist,
One at a
you have,
time.
you have journalist ID.
Where do they hand those out? I've never been able to find where they get them.
So you're not a journalist.
I'm an independent journalist. So I'm not allowed to, or you don't want me? Cheers.
Okay, so can you tell me what you're taking pictures of?
Anything my eyes can see, dear.
Okay, so we've had some complaints from
Alright guys, welcome back. This is where awareness meets reality. The mission here is simple. Expose the truth, educate the public, and remind every single one of you that knowing your rights is not optional. It's essential. What starts as a quiet moment outside a government facility quickly turns tense when a cameraman is questioned for simply recording in public. The usual lines come out. What are you doing? Who are you? You can't film me. But here's the thing. Being uncomfortable is not the same as being illegal. The camera is rolling. The pressure starts building. And just like that, a routine public interaction begins turning into something much bigger. A test of confidence, knowledge, and constitutional boundaries.
correctional facility that you're taking pictures of the building.
Okay,
Okay, so that's a concern for us,
sure.
as well as a concern for anybody that's inside that building.
Of course.
It's a safety concern, right? So that's why we're trying to understand what you're doing that for,
Okay.
okay? Because that's not your right to do that.
I'm sorry?
That's not your right to do that.
It's not my right to photograph in public?
No, not a government building like that that's actually holding inmates because their safety is at risk and their privacy is at risk. That's why you're not allowed on the property, and that's why there's several things around the perimeter saying you're not allowed to be on the property.
Of course.
Anything else for sure, but not something like that. It's
So
quite,
what, if I may,
yes.
what you're telling me then is that there's some sort of
is
law.
there a reason that you
if
have your face covered right now?
if I may
That's the law.
finish?
Pardon me?
If I may finish,
No,
if I
I
can talk now, is that okay with you?
Yes, I don't understand why you're filming me. You're welcome.
You don't need to
but-
understand.
Okay.
So what I was saying is that are you trying to tell me that there's some sort of law or something that would prohibit me legally from taking photographs or video of the correctional facility?
So what I'm saying is people's privacy is being breached when you are taking photographs of them in the building because it's a safety concern. Do you understand that? So if somebody sees somebody or finds out where they are,
Sure.
it could put their safety at risk.
So it's not a law that
that's
I'm breaking
why-
or anything like that?
So basically, there's signs up that you're not to trespass on the property.
And I wasn't.
All right, and you're outside filming, so we don't really understand why you would be doing something like that unless you're using it for something.
Now this is where it gets serious. An independent journalist calmly explains he's working on a story, and immediately the demand for identification follows. No crime alleged, no law cited, just authority being flexed. He's told he cannot photograph a government building, especially one holding inmates, because of safety concerns. But listen carefully. Concerns are not laws. Feelings are not statutes. When asked to cite the specific law being broken, the answers get shaky. Privacy is mentioned, security is mentioned, but nothing concrete. No statute, no ordinance, no legal foundation. And that's the pattern we see over and over. Intimidation first, justification later. The camera stays steady, and the questions remain direct. What law am I breaking?
Okay.
So you're putting people's safety at risk. So that's why we asked you not to do it.
Okay.
And that's why the correctional
So-
officers came out and asked
Sure.
you not to do it.
If I may again, because a few minutes ago you said that it wasn't my right to do that.
Yeah, because you're breaching people's privacy and you're putting their safety at risk. So that's a concern for us.
So, but it's
There's a
not a
reason that-
law that I'm breaking,
So
though,
there's
correct?
a reason when people are transported and things like that, that, you know, their identity is
Sure.
So it's a government building.
Yeah.
They've asked you to leave. They've asked you not to film and asked
Yeah.
you not to take pictures. You've given them no reason why.
I've told
You
them
haven't showed your
I gave them a
identity because
reason,
you
ma'am.
have your face
Ma'am, I gave
covered.
them a reason.
Okay, and what was your
I
reason?
told them that I'm an independent journalist doing a story.
Okay, so why would you not just go to management? And why would you not ask them to maybe potentially do an interview or something like that so you can actually speak to management?
Because that's
about
not what I
your-
needed, ma'am.
Okay, so you needed to take pictures of the inmates in the building, or were you taking pictures of the building?
I'd rather not answer any more questions.
Well, that's a concern for us.
Okay, am I
right?
being detained?
So were you actually taking pictures?
Am I being detained?
You're not being detained.
You have yourself
But
a grand
I am
day, okay,
asking you
ma'am?
not to return
Take care of
back to the
yourself.
facility.
I'll go back to the facility anytime I like. I'll go back there right now.
Right?
You're not going to tell me what to do until I break the law. Do you understand?
So don't point your stick at
No,
me.
I'm not
Not
done
to
talking.
take Photographs of
I'm
the
not
inmates in the
speaking.
facility anymore.
I'm
It's a
not done
government
speaking.
building,
And I will
you're
do that
breaching
whenever I feel.
You're breaching their privacy.
And that's not a law I'm
Yes.
breaking, am I?
You are actually breaching their
What
privacy
law?
to take photos of them inside of
What
their
law
building
am I
where they
breaking?
can't go in.
The conversation intensifies. The officer insists that filming puts people at risk, that privacy is being breached, and that management should have been contacted first. But again, that's a preference, not a requirement. The journalist stands firm, refusing to answer unnecessary questions, repeatedly asking whether he's being detained. And the answer? No, not detained, not trespassing, not charged, yet still being told what he can and cannot do. This is where dominance tactics show themselves, talking over, redirecting, avoiding the actual legal question. It becomes clear that authority is being asserted without lawful backing. And when challenged directly, the response shifts from legal reasoning to emotional pressure. But emotion doesn't override constitutional right.
Where?
What law am I breaking?
Sir, don't return back. All
What
right?
law am I breaking?
Don't return back to the
I'll go there
facility
right
and take
now, ma'am.
photos.
There's nothing you can do
Okay,
to
if you
stop me
want to
from
do
going
that,
there.
if you want to do that, that's fine. I'll contact my sergeant, have him come down here, and we'll have a talk.
That's wonderful. I'll meet your sergeant at the prison. Take care.
I'm not with them. I'm just very interested.
That's okay.
Just as another concerned citizen, or good citizen, if you will.
Yeah, there's no issue with you filming here.
That's what I tried to
Into the
inform her of.
Facility. We just they obviously don't want you stepping onto the ground.
Of course.
They've informed us that if you do step onto the property, then they do want us to arrest you.
I would expect nothing less.
So you're free to stand here and film
Thank
if
you.
you want. But
Wonderful.
we just don't want you going onto the property,
Not
okay?
a problem at all. And if you want to help her understand what my rights are and what I am allowed to do, because she told me it
May
wasn't
I
my
ask-
right to do
May I
that.
ask why you're
If I can
filming?
finish, she told me it wasn't my right to do this and that I wasn't allowed to go back, both of which are untrue.
So basically, they're voicing the same concern, safety of the inmates.
But again,
privacy
you
of
told
the
me I
inmates.
wasn't allowed to.
Yes, you're
That's not
allowed
fault.
to take pictures of people when they're in a secure facility because it breaches their safety.
Is that a
and
law, ma'am?
Do you want to put people's safety at risk?
I said, is that breaking a law?
Are you trying to put people's
That's not
safety
what
at
I
risk?
said.
Then comes a turning point. A supervisor is mentioned. Threats of arrest if he steps onto restricted property are clarified, and that part is lawful. Stay off the property, no problem. But filming from public space? Perfectly legal. Another officer arrives, calm and measured, confirming there is no issue with recording from where he stands. Suddenly the narrative changes. The same activity previously labeled as not allowed is now acknowledged as lawful. That's why documentation matters. That's why recording matters. Because without that lens, misinformation can easily become intimidation. When the facts are laid out clearly, the aggression fades. The law remains the same, even if the tone changes.
I'd rather you didn't put stuff in my
the
mouth.
correctional staff is concerned about you having a covered face.
Yeah, it's cold.
And about the security of the inmates
Sure.
and their identity being secure.
I've asked you a few times if that's illegal, and you haven't answered me yet. It's just a yes or no question.
That's a concern.
So it's not illegal then?
not illegal.
So it'd probably be better for you not to tell me I'm not allowed to do it
I
then.
asked you not to do
Well,
it.
you
because it's
told
a
me
concern.
I wasn't allowed
Okay,
to.
so anyhow, as we said, you step on the property.
Of course.
You have to reach across.
And of course, that's
Can I ask
should
why
be
you're
obvious.
filming?
I'd rather not say.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Wonderful.
Just wondering.
Thank you both.
Okay.
You have a grand day, ma'am.
You as well.
Try not to take anybody's right.
And this is the lesson, guys. This wasn't about safety. It wasn't about privacy. It was about control. When authority goes unchecked, misinformation spreads fast. But knowledge shuts it down. The officer admitted no law was being broken, yet still attempted to discourage lawful filming. That's exactly why awareness is powerful. Cameras don't escalate. They document. They protect. They hold everyone accountable. And when the dust settles, what remains is simple. If you're in public, you have the right to record what your eyes can see. So stay calm, stay respectful, but most importantly, stay informed. Because the camera truly is the witness that never lies.